The streets of London buzzed with their usual midnight tranquility. Inside 10 Downing Street, Prime Minister Keir Starmer prepared for a late-night briefing. The weight of international diplomacy and domestic policy bore down on him, but he remained composed, as always. Outside, a black van idled a block away, its windows tinted, its occupants cloaked in secrecy. Across the street, an encrypted signal disabled the CCTV systems surrounding the Prime Minister's residence for precisely 5 minutes. The guards, oblivious to the breach, stood at their posts. Without warning, a shadow slipped through the breach. A muffled scuffle, a burst of adrenaline, and the Prime Minister was gone. By the time the security detail realized something was wrong, the van had vanished into the labyrinth of London streets. All that remained was a black chess piece, a king, painted blood red. News of the abduction spread like wildfire. Within minutes, the UK's intelligence agencies, MI5, Scotland Yard, and the Prime Minister's crisis team were in action. Panic gripped the nation as citizens woke to breaking news of the Prime Minister's disappearance. The seat of British power was empty, and no one knew who had orchestrated the audacious act. At MI5 headquarters, analysts scrambled to uncover leads. The chess piece left at the scene hinted at a meticulous planner. The situation took a darker turn when intelligence revealed that similar abductions of high-ranking officials had occurred globally in the past 6 months. All were eventually returned, but only after their nations paid devastating costs. Hours after the kidnapping, an encrypted email arrived at the Cabinet Office. The sender was untraceable. The message was chilling. The United Kingdom's influence is over. Deliver your resignation by midnight, or watch your secrets burn. Attached was a video. The screen flickered to life, showing Prime Minister Starmer, bound but defiant. His voice was steady as he addressed the camera. Do not negotiate. Protect the country at all costs. The video ended abruptly, leaving silence and a sense of dread hanging in the room. MI6 operatives dove into the digital shadows of the dark web. There, in a hidden corner, they found a bidding war raging. Hackers and mercenaries debated terms for selling classified UK intelligence. Overseeing it all was a mysterious figure known only as the strategist. Whispers suggested they were behind not only the Prime Minister's abduction but also other geopolitical upheavals worldwide. The strategist was a ghost, a myth in the intelligence community. No one knew their identity, but their methods were unmistakable, cold, calculated, and devastatingly effective. With time running out, the government assembled a hand-picked team of experts. Agent Sophia Blake, MI5's top operative, known for unorthodox methods and unmatched instincts. Oliver Kane, a rogue hacker who once breached the Bank of England, now working off his sentence by aiding intelligence operations. Colonel Ethan Ross, a retired military strategist with an unparalleled understanding of global power dynamics. Their mission was clear: find Starmer, neutralize the strategist, and protect the nation, all without letting the British public learn the truth. Clues led the team to an abandoned oil rig in the North Sea. Surveillance suggested the Prime Minister was being held there, but the rig was heavily fortified and laced with explosives. The strategist's plan was diabolical, a live broadcast of Starmer's execution, designed to frame a rival nation and ignite global conflict. Agent Blake led the infiltration. Under the cover of darkness, the team approached the rig, knowing every step could trigger disaster. Oliver hacked into the rig systems, disabling cameras and jamming outgoing signals. Meanwhile, Colonel Ross coordinated a tactical strike, ensuring precision in every move. Inside the rig, the team encountered resistance. Armed guards engaged them in a fierce firefight, but Blake's team pushed forward. As they reached the broadcast room, they found the strategist, a figure shrouded in shadow. When Blake confronted them, the reveal was shocking. The strategist was a high-ranking official within the British government, someone who had been trusted implicitly. As the final confrontation unfolded, explosions rocked the rig. Blake overpowered the strategist in a brutal fight, while Oliver worked frantically to disable the broadcast. In the chaos, the Prime Minister was extracted safely, but the strategist managed to escape, leaving behind a chilling message. This was just the opening move. The game has only begun. Inside the rig, the team encountered resistance. Armed guards engaged them in a fierce firefight, but Blake's team pushed forward. As they reached the broadcast room, they found the strategist, a figure shrouded in shadow. When Blake confronted them, the reveal was shocking. The strategist was a high-ranking official within the British government, someone who had been trusted implicitly. As the final confrontation unfolded, explosions rocked the rig. Blake overpowered the strategist in a brutal fight, while Oliver worked frantically to disable the broadcast. In the chaos, the Prime Minister was extracted safely, but the strategist managed to escape, leaving behind a chilling message. This was just the opening move. The game has only begun. Epilogue, a fragile victory. The Prime Minister returned to London under tight security. The nation's relief was palpable, but the victory felt hollow. The strategist's influence ran deeper than anyone had anticipated, and their promise of future moves left a lingering unease. In a private meeting with his team, Starmer thanked them for their bravery but warned of the battles ahead. "We may have won this round," he said, "but the fight for our nation's future is far from over." As the sun rose over London, the chessboard remained set. The strategist had retreated into the shadows, but their game was far from finished.